Chapter 9 of Volume 1 again deals with the rate of surplus value. Section 2 is the representation of value of the product by corresponding proportional parts of the product. And I know that sounds very complicated, but the idea is actually very straightforward. So this section gives us another way of looking at the manifestation of surplus labor. If you recall from previous sections, the capitalist pays the worker for their labor power, and the worker gives the capitalist the use value of that labor. The value of the labor in produced commodities is greater than the exchange value of the labor power, otherwise the capitalist would not make a profit. So the worker's total labor time is divided into what Marx calls necessary labor time, where value is produced to match what the capitalist paid for the labor power, and surplus labor, where the worker produces surplus for a capitalist. Just as you can split the labor time in the production process between necessary and surplus labor, you can actually consider these divisions in the side of the produced commodities. In the example he gives, the worker converts cotton into yarn. Let's say the worker produces $30 worth of yarn. Let's also say the value imparted onto the yarn is $24, the value added by the worker was $3, and the surplus value is $3, giving you a total of $30. So the total production process is $24 plus $3 plus $3 equals $30. 24 for the original yarn, $3 for the value added by the worker's labor, and $3 for the profit made upon sale. I'm using Marx's example, but I'm going to use some slightly more convenient numbers here. Let's say each pound of yarn is $1, and by the end of the process you have 30 pounds of yarn for 10 hours of work. So each hour, 3 pounds of yarn are created, or $3 of yarn. If the surplus value is $3, then we can say there are 3 pounds of surplus yarn sitting there from the valorization process. Basically, the necessary product is the commodities produced by the worker in the necessary labor time, and the surplus product are the commodities produced by the worker in the surplus labor time. That's all Marx is talking about with the rather verbose title of this section. You can look at the total commodity production and consider it as the sum of some necessary product and surplus product in equal proportions as the necessary and surplus labor time.